Hi there, for today's Read Aloud, we will be reading The Grasshopper and the Ants. Remember, fables have been told for many years and teach a lesson. So please look for animals that are characters, so animals that act like humans, how the pictures and words help you understand what happens, okay? And then what I'd like us to do is also to make predictions before we read the story. So in a minute, I'll go ahead and show you the cover of the book a little bit closer so you can make the best possible prediction. So some words that we are going to be coming across in the book are labor, chirped, autumn. Labor.
Labor. When you labor, you work. When we labor in the garden, we pull weeds and water the plants.
Okay, so labor means to work. Chirped.
Chirped. If someone chirped, they said something in a happy, lively way. The girl chirped about the great show she just saw.
Okay. Autumn.
Autumn. Autumn is the season after summer and before winter. In autumn, leaves change color and fall from the trees.
Another name for autumn is fall. Okay, let's go ahead and meet the author.
Jerry Pinkney has illustrated over 100 children's books. He began drawing when he was very young and became the class artist in many of his classrooms. He had some difficulty learning to read, and making pictures helped him feel good about learning and school. Mr. Pinkney loves to illustrate fables because he thinks they teach lessons that are still important today. Mr. Pinkney's books have won many awards. He won the Caldecott Medal for The Lion and the Mouse. This book is his version of one of his favorite fables.
Okay, so Jerry Pinkney is not only the author but the illustrator, and he especially likes to work on fables. So very cool. All right, so The Grasshopper and the Ants. Here is the cover and the title. Please use this to make a prediction. Remember, we just went over fables. So while you're making a prediction, also keep that in mind. Okay, if you need more time, just go ahead and pause the video. But let's go ahead and get started. Why work so hard? Sang the grasshopper. It's spring and time to go fishing. No time to relax, said the ants. Why labor so long? Grasshopper chirped. It's summertime. Let's have a picnic of fresh, yummy leaves. Come join me in making music. No summer light to waste, replied the ants. Autumn will be here soon. Look at this setting. Remember, also learning about setting. Where are they? Are they indoors or outdoors? They're outdoors. There's some leaves. Doesn't look like nighttime, looks like daytime. Why toil so steady? Asked Grasshopper. It's fall and the world is a playground of leaves. Oh, how their colors twirl and glide. Come dance and sing. Look at this wonderful mountain of leaves. Come play. So do you think the grasshopper and the ant are in a good mood or no? They are. Do you hear them? They're just so excited about the season. And oh, how I love the sparkle of first snow. Come see. Working can wait, Grasshopper said. Wintertime is for making snow angels and snow hoppers. Snow hoppers? Why snow hoppers and not snowmen? Well, they're grasshoppers, right? If only someone would join me, Grasshopper shivered. Oh, he looks cold right here. Let's look at the setting. Has the setting changed in the story? Yeah, right? So we had, let's see, we started off with what season? I think they started off with spring, and then autumn. Now they're in winter. How do we know it's winter? Well, there's no leaves on the trees, and the snow. That's a good clue. So the setting is changing. Move out the way. So on this page, there are no words, so we're just going to take our time and look at the picture. So right here, here's a grasshopper. He's looking in through the window at the door. Here's a little ant that's peeking out. And then on this part of the page, the ant looks like he's talking to all the other ants. And he's looking back at the grasshopper. So grasshopper's outside, ant is inside. That's a setting. So again, there are no words on this page. We just have to look at the picture and talk about it. So here's the grasshopper with all his stuff. It looks like he's leaving from the ant's home. Well, it looks like he never went inside the ant's home. What do you think is happening? Do you think he wanted to go inside the ant's home? Well, why do you think the ants don't want to let grasshopper in? Could it be because the grasshopper didn't help them work? Do you remember how they were asking him to help work? Okay, here we are again with another page with no words. What are the ants doing? They're still busy working, right? But now they are doing work underground inside their home. So the ants have been working this whole time, and they're still working. Here's the grasshopper right here. Do you see him? What is the grasshopper doing in this page? He is still sitting alone outside in the snow, isn't he? What do you think the grasshopper learned from the ants? So could this be the lesson of the story, the moral of the fable? So I'm going to ask you again, and I'm going to have you give you a moment to think. What do you think the grasshopper learned from the ants? Okay, if you need more time, just pause the video. But I think the lesson that the grasshopper could learn from the ants is it's important to do your share of the work, right? So you can't just have your friends and other people doing all the work. You need to also help them do the work too. Share. Get out of the way. A cup of tea, asked Queen Ant. How kind of you, said Grasshopper. What does Queen Ant do? What is she doing? She's offering Grasshopper a cup of tea, right? What does this tell you about the Queen Ant? What kind of character do you think she is? She is kind and generous, right? Here's another picture with no words. Let's go ahead and look at the picture very well. Grasshopper, he looks like he's smiling now. The ant's right here, the Queen Ant. What does the grasshopper do when he goes inside the ant's home? What is he doing? Look right here. There's some musical notes. He plays music, sings, and lets the ants play with his instruments, right? What do you think the ants learn from Grasshopper? So what did they learn from Grasshopper? That it is okay to have some fun after working hard, right? So after they worked really hard, now it's time to have some fun, and that's okay. Here's another picture with no words. Here's the grasshopper playing music, smiling, and the ant, the Queen Ant pouring some tea, and they're just hanging out and having fun, right? Okay, so here, I hope you enjoyed this fable, The Grasshopper and the Ants. So let's go back and think of fables. So the story was written a long time ago. It wasn't very long. Did the characters act like humans? Yeah, they're acting like humans by making a snow hopper, having tea, playing music. What else? Was there a moral in the story? Could we, the reader, learn something? Yeah, we learned that, let's see. It is important to do your share of the work, and also, it's okay to have some fun after working hard. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's little read aloud.